restoration, preservations of some historical districts in the city and in the country. And now we start with her presentation. Nestan, welcome.
I'd like to thank, first of all, who organizes Perfect Action, who sponsored, and all participants, because the main aim is to protect this building, which is very important for me as well as for Georgian culture. This building proves that we again remind our roots, and we remind our cultural past, our architectural history. And despite the Soviet regime, this building proves that the genetic talent of Georgian is still alive, and I hope very much that also in the future we can solve all our problems and make it like some old, some beautiful architecture. And sorry for my English, it's my first experience without reading some talking. Let's see a little bit our cultural heritage, the Juari Monastery, inspiration of Georgi Chachava, and the Shatili Monastery, and different castles, different regions. Svaneti, which was also some dream and inspiration of Georgi Chachava, the author of this building. And the religious buildings, 11th centuries, when the time Georgia was tried, the time it was sheer different regions, and it was time when it was wanted to united. And the 12th century is when Georgia is strong, much more powerful. One church is of David Builder, and the second Queen Tamar. And please pay attention that 11th century churches is full of decoration, but when Georgia was much more powerful, its architecture and religious architecture was much more important, because they did all the best for the God. It became simply, but inside it has beautiful frescoes, almost like early Renaissance. This church is of 19th century, but it's clear evidence that the Georgians still have some old building traditions and built with harmony with nature and good proportion and functionally good planning. Except religion in the buildings, I'd like to show to you also dwellings. Now you know that it's very patient and organic or green architecture, and this house, an old one, proves that instead of roof it has grass, and the ceiling construction, this one is ceiling construction, and the big fireplace, comfortable in the summer, cool, and in the winter warm, and there's different ceilings in bedrooms. And the houses, different parts of Georgia, it's Tusheti, it's Racha, West Georgia, it's Stafoni, and Tbilisi. And Tbilisi's houses in the 19th century, they incorporated the imperial neoclassical style from Russia, and also, for example, this building has signs also Islamic architecture, and this beautiful mix, it contains many signs, but it's typical Tbilisian house, and you can see no part. These people disappeared. It's their house at the beginning of 20th century, 1904 years. But they still live their grandchildren, but they have only 2 rooms now. They built some beautiful houses. It's the start of 20th century. It's now developed European Tbilisi. Also this house, and Georgian businessman's house, with these details. Also, Georgian David Tatarashvili, famous cognac businessman, he sent a Georgian master for education in Europe and invites German architect called Tsar for this house. And let's see small details of poor as well as rich Georgian citizens and Tbilisian peoples. And this proves this big masters. We had some masters, and it's taste of that time citizens and peoples who lived that time in Tbilisi. Even the smallest detail, like candles, it's like artifact. And about some short 3 years independence, I can say that the time finished some building Georgian State University, which was a building separately. It's famous and very important but moments that Georgia, independent Georgia, has university. It's very important for us, and the city still exists, but it's very damaged last time restoration. And quick came some Soviet expansion, and this is Hotel London. It became Georgian Peasant Palace. Also, Trump became Komsomol, and Tbilisi grows up, natural and became very big. Slowly. Okay. And river quarry became like a channel, but the Tatsminda became green. It's good, but so many bad happened. So. Sorry, I'll see my video at the end, okay? Because I'm not sure the time is enough for me or not. Now let's start from constructivism, early Soviet period. It's one of the earliest buildings of Chislev. Nana showed already yesterday, still exists. And the second, Severos political, first political building, almost. And this building also constructivism, and Nana told it changed surface, and you can see now right side. This one was done by Trenkel in 1954, and it looks like our parliament. And also in the region, Gori was built this building before Stalin died, and it's a very good innovation, but facade is like neoclassical, but it has a completely glass half-sphere roof, like posters. And people often say now our Misha's palace is like Reichstag, but it's not like Reichstag, it's Misha's Reichstag, but it looks much more like Reichstag. In that period it was a very best innovation, I think. And also famous Russian architects who established the style of Stalin built two buildings in Tbilisi and in Batumi, hotel and tourist. And later period also built this cafe, and I liked it very much because the time was a crucial period, and with openings, with forms, and a beautiful place. It was in front of Iberia Hotel, somebody, if anybody remembers it, but it was destroyed, unfortunately. And at the end of the 70s was built this building, which is my pain, because I'm very afraid about its future. I'd like to save this building, to see some protecting, not only this building, but around an environment. Because of the scale, it's very important to keep environment too. And I have reason of this, because our president announced that in front of this building very soon we will receive a new bridge. And we knew their experience of bridges, so I'm very afraid what will happen. And I'd like to inform that this building had official status of architectural monument of Georgia in Soviet time, and it was again approved by Ministry of Culture in 2007. This is number of the resolutions. So it's architectural monument too. So government must protect and preserve. In 17 started much more terrible things in our history, the false restoration, which became like tradition, and its fruit we gain now.